When it comes to the offer, how to increase sales to optimize your offer. We want to actually think exactly what are the things that create value. Okay, so if you want to increase the trust in the person to make a transaction with you, you have to focus on the offer promise and the offer value. Okay, so promise is the thing that they want, and the value is what do I get to help me get there. Okay, so it has to be a clear process, something simple everyone understands, and it has to have to target the desired outcome. And then this is important, it has to have a perceived probability of the outcome. If the perceived probability does not make sense, it's not relatable to the audience, they will simply not buy from you. Okay, so it's like if you come and tell me right now, hey, I can design you a funnel that's going to help you make 10K in one day, starting tomorrow, I'm not going to believe you. Okay, it does not make sense. It's not realistic, even if you are the one pushing a lot of traffic to it. Why? Because it's not something that normally happens. But is that possible? Of course it's possible. But it's not normal for people to believe that or see that happen. So you have to make sure that it's something related to what they're doing or what they know. Okay, probability of their outcome. And then it's a guarantee. So you need a guarantee. Now the guarantee you have probably is not a money back guarantee, which we don't recommend, and that is worst case scenario. But we can give them a performance guarantee. We can give them a certain outcome guarantee. Okay, now I will explain to you guys a bit more in depth what type of guarantee we can use in this case as a service provider. So what we want to look at is the communication, the time delay, and the deliverables. So how many times we communicate and what do we communicate with them, like what we say. The time delay has to do with the less we reduce the time, the more trust people have. The higher time you put in, like for example, if you're delivering the funnel within like a month and a half, people are naturally going to say no, they don't want it. But if you say like, hey, I can deliver between 7 to 15 days, then it becomes more attractive. Okay, so you want to think on the time delay. Also the delivery. Okay, so what is it that you're delivering and how they're getting it? If they're getting it in a fast, easy, accessible manner, they're happy. If they get it between, like, let's say they purchase today and they're getting it like in a week, they're gonna feel like, it's taking too long. Okay, so their interest is gonna die down, and you don't want that. So what we want to focus on is the amount of effort they have to put in, the sacrifice they have to do, and the outcome plan they have. So if they have to put in a lot of effort to make the funnel work or to get the funnel done, they're not gonna do it. If they have to sacrifice a lot of money for waiting a lot of time, they're not also gonna do it. Or if they don't have a clear action plan. Okay, so if this is out of proportion, again, they're not gonna do it. So you wanna make sure all these things align with each other. And from there, you can also understand what you need to do. So when we talk about you as an example for a service agency, it has to be, again, performance driven. So you need to show them a specific outcome you can help them with. Okay, and we can talk a bit more about the offer in a bit, but just to break it down so you can understand, is that the offer has to be, again, going with the market trend, has to be a hybrid funnel. When I talk about hybrid funnel, I'm referring to something that they can use organically and with paid ads combined. If you use paid ads combined with the organic, they will close more sales. Why? Because recently, throughout the past 2 years, since 2019 forward, the organic way of communicating, to Facebook groups, to doing lives, to having chats, to qualifying through chat, etc., has become more popular, and people are more aware of it. And since they are more aware of it, you need to know how to go with the trend of the market. So you need to come up with new ways to design funnels that they can use organically. Second, how do you add value to that funnel? You can think of, as you said yourself, copy, but you can also think of strategy. You can think of adding videos. You can think of the content that you can give them. You can think of content plan you can create, split test options, also the KPIs, the numbers. Okay, so how many numbers they should look for an opt-in page, a proper one in their niche, their industry. When it comes to the click-through rate, how many click-through rate they should be looking at. When it comes to bookings, how many they should be getting. When it comes to Facebook group requests, how many they should be getting. All those things, you need to know those numbers because that is going to add value to your funnel. Then they see, oh, wow, so I get the funnel, I get the copy, I get insight on what content is really, going viral right now. I get insight on the KPIs that are in my industry. So I need to know what to focus on. This increases the value of your package. So the delivery process has to be easy, it has to be fast and achievable for them. Okay. Second, it has to provide leads, bookings, or sales. Okay. So when we think about those things, in a bit, I'm going to just show you how clear it becomes to provide those things into a targeting manner of which you can create content for, you can create offer for. Second, it has to be a reasonable outcome. Okay, for example, reasonable outcome is everyone wants to make 6 figures per year, so that is 10K per month. If you go too higher than that, it kind of becomes a bit weird for them because they're kind of see it's unachievable for them. If it's below 10K, they don't want it because they're like, adding an extra 2K or 3K is not that nice. I would like to add an extra 10K. So think about the reasonable outcome and think about performance-based. Okay, so your service is going to be performance-driven. And if it doesn't perform, what can you do for them? Okay, so performance-based. And the guarantee. If none of the above is guaranteed, people feel like they're missing something from the process. So make sure you're giving them a guarantee. Now, what can we do? So we can give them a 3-week, every 3 times per week update. We can do between 7 to 15 or 15 to 20 days launch. Okay, we can also qualify certain parts of the funnel for them to see if it works or not, or if it's effective or not, just to decrease their fears and also keep the client accountable. Okay, so if they're going to put in low effort, then we need to automate. So they need software. If they're going to put in low sacrifice, then we need to make sure they have an offer that's very irresistible. If they already are active, you need an outcome plan for them, something they can apply, something that's simple. As they see the progress, as they see the well-structured service, they will then feel comfortable again, either upgrading or sticking with you for the longer term for a monthly service. Okay, so you want to also think about how can I improve my backend, which is a recurring or simply it's one fixed price upsell. Okay, but this is how you want to build upon that. What you can also do is you can work on how to attract hyper-targeted hot buyers that has the intent to basically become your client. Okay, now how do you do this? So based upon what we talked about, if you guys are seeing the recording, if you guys are seeing like this recording, just want to pause it, read it again for yourself to understand a service provider's pain points and problems. Once you do that, you can start identifying who's the target I'm gonna help and what is the offer. Okay, now just have a look up for a moment. You can clearly see there's many things I can extract from this conversation, and this is only one conversation. As you have like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 conversations, you will start seeing a pattern between all of them. The same thing they're struggling with, the same help they need, etc. This becomes something you can turn into an offer. So what we need to do in order to attract hyper-targeted hot buyer in leads with intent to buy is that we need to map out, okay, who they are. So as an audience, they are agency owner, service provider, single member LLC, okay? The problem is doing everything alone, wearing many hats, so needing outreach, sales, delivery. The concern is that I don't have too many time to manage everything myself, or I don't want to damage my reputation doing poor quality work because I know how to do it the best, but I have a time restraint. So that's the main issue. And second is the desire. Okay, so they have a desire to improve their client acquisition, improve their sales and delivery, at the same time have time for themselves. Now, what type of offer can we come up with? But this is an offer we can think about. Okay, this is again something just I came up with it really fast. But the more you dig into the audience, the more you can understand how you can tweak this to fit exactly the leads that are having a buyer intent, because they're looking something and they're in a desperate situation and they need help. So I would say, for example, we help single member agency owners or service providers attract buyer leads and sales effectively while reducing daily working hours with this offer name, okay, depending on what your offer is called. And you say without wearing many hats or delivering poor quality projects. That is a way of communicating with the client in order to attract these type of service providers that need this type of help. Outreach, sales closing, and also systemization of the business on the back end. And the guarantee may possibly be get 2 hours back every day or double your sales, or we'll work with you till we do. Okay, you can say work with you or work for free with you till you do. So you're giving them two guarantees. One is to get back 2 hours per day on their working schedule. So if they're working like 10 hours, they can work normal 8. If they're working 8 hours, they can work normally 6. Just give you guys an idea how to come up with offers. And from there, they can double their sales. Why do I say so? It's because if this person, in this case, talking about surgeon, if he has a bit of time to do outreach right now, and he's getting like what, 2 to 5 clients per month, what if he can dedicate an extra 2 or 4 hours on this? He can probably double his clients. So in this way, you can help the client understand that if I were to help you, I can either give you what you want, which is the time, plus also give you commissions, because then you have a systemized process to work through, of which you can also delegate. Okay, so what will be the process? The process will be helping them understand this, that you want to automate everything, and your service is going to do that. And you're also going to help them find or hire the right person to fit in the position they need for outreach, sales, and delivery, so that the client's dream is to work on their business and not in it. Okay, so that is what, and they only supervise the projects. They don't have to be building everything. All right, so you might ask yourself, what do we, how can we be more specific with our targeting if we were to target service providers? Okay, so what you want to look for is the thing that the client is doing to acquire the leads. Okay, so if I wanted to use his same situation in order to attract more people like him, what I would do is insert certain keywords. So I will say we help overwhelmed single member LLC agency owners and service provider, but I put there overwhelmed because that is the feeling he's having. Where do I start? What do I do? Or this is too much work for me, I need help. Okay, they feel overwhelmed. Second, with 2 to 5 clients per month. Okay, so I'm targeting a specific type of agency owner that is at the bottom, struggling with 2 to 5 clients per month because they don't have enough time. They're doing everything themselves. And from there, I can say, we finally have control over your time working on your agency, enjoying creating content and supervising your team from a glance instead of working in it. Okay, so I try to use their own words in order to attract more people like them in their own situation. This is how you improve your offer. The more you communicate with your leads, the more you understand their feelings, their emotions, their desires, of which you can take certain words out and play with certain keywords to trigger their interest in your offer. So by the time they hear from your offer, they feel like, oh, I want to jump on the call with this guy to find it out. Okay, so that is the thing we want to do. All right, so that we can attract and put more value on top of the offer. But we have to play with the main headline. So what is the content ideas we want to extract from this conversation that we can use? Because sometimes people say, yeah, I talked to some people, but I don't get any idea, or I'm kind of lost of what to do. Okay, so this is what you want to think about when you are building out content. So only from the first part, just to give you guys an example, if I were to target service providers, I can think about targeting the first section. It says, the topic I'm most concerned and I need help with is client acquisition. So my first question will be for a topic that we can create is how to optimize client acquisition. The second thing is daily on average, I get about 3 to 5 hot leads. A topic can be how to, how to close 2 to 3 hot leads, per day or fast, or how to trigger, what trigger words to use to get 3 to 5 buyer leads per day. That is also a topic you can discuss. Or where to find a funnel, hot funnel buyer leads. Also a topic you can discuss. In the next part, it says it takes a little bit more longer time to build a few conversations, sometimes even a day. So you want to think about how to reduce the outbound response rate from days to hours. Also a topic, again, you can have and discuss as content. Okay, so you probably might have to do this if you're looking at this and say that, oh, wow, this is a couple of ways I can help agencies. But if I think on the whole conversation we had, these are all the points I could have extracted from the conversation. And I'm pretty sure from all these points, you have minimum of 8, but you can extract at least like 16 or more. Okay, so you can things you can talk about in a content. It can be short form content, it can be long form content, but these are the things you want to tackle. And of course, as an agency owner, these are the things you want to pay attention to so you can improve and optimize your whole business. So the action steps will be as follows and will be also simple. First of all, you want to systemize everything step by step, okay? Identifying specifically who's the audience you want to sell. Second, you want to systemize and automate the whole backend process, okay? From having a system that goes out and updates the client by itself till the point that the product is delivered. And the third thing is you want to make sure, in your case, surgeon, let me find the slides. For a second, I kind of lost it. Over here, okay? So you want to focus on what you are good at. Okay, so if you're good at this, which is doing the outreach and the sales, hire a developer first. In India, in Pakistan, in Philippines, to see if you can negotiate the first 2 months for a lower fee, somewhere between 500-ish, maybe up to 800, somewhere over there. And then on the third month, you will pay them a regular salary, because then by then it gave you 2 months of time to come up and build up your leads and also sales. So by the time you pay them full price or full salary, you already have sufficient monthly sales, not only to manage them, but also your whole process systemized to hire a VA. Okay, so that is how you slowly scale it. But give yourself a time span of like 2 to 3 months. And from there, you can start scaling your business slowly but surely, and keeping in control of also the content you're producing, the sales you're closing, the delivery you're giving your clients, so that you make sure it's a premium delivery and they are happy with the quality of the performance of the funnel. Okay, so that's basically it that I wanted to share with you guys. If you guys find this video helpful, leave a comment down below. Okay, I will get back to you or reach out personally to me so I can help you guys with whatever you're stuck with. Now, if you also want to find out more about other topics that we have around this section, you also want to check them out, because it's going to help you as an agency owner, consultant, or coach to make sure you're acquiring monthly income for your business, or you can scale it up to like 50K per month or 100K per month, depending on your system, depending on your offer pricing, and also depending on how much time you're spending doing outreach or doing paid ads. And if you even would like to outsource every single part of this, let me know, because we also have connection with other people in the industry that we can also help you out with like services or hiring processes, so that you don't have to, try to find out the right person to do it, but we can help you get it done so that you can also focus on other stuff in your business that you would like to. All right, so this is it for the training. I appreciate it again for you guys that are coming on the training. And if you have anything, just reach out to me. I'll be able to help you guys.